listening to the Dr. Claude Kershner Show. My name is Dr. Claude Kershner, and we are here to serve organizational leaders and agile teams who strive for excellence and differentiation. I hope you enjoy the content. If you have any questions or would like some additional resources, please visit our website at www.archconsults.com. Enjoy. We have a special one for you today. We're going to release the author's note and the introduction to the book deemed essential, Finding Greatness Through the Business of Serving Others. And it's a book that really was a labor of love and a lot of hard work over the last 18 months or so, figuring out, one, how to publish my first book, which I find is a very educating and edifying process, but more importantly, the reflection of my experience working in a trade business, owning, managing, and of course, being the leader of this trade business. It was a journey, to say the least, but this audio file or this podcast, we're going to release the author's note and the introduction that we're working on for the audiobook. The publisher of the book is Led to Lead. The folks at Led to Lead share the same values that I share, and they are some of the most respected men that I've been around in the last 5 to 10 years here in South Florida. So I'm grateful to be partnering with them to release this book. If you're interested in buying the book, we have the hardcover, paperback, and Kindle versions now available on Amazon, and we hope to release the full version of the Audible soon. You can also visit deemedessential.org. We hope you enjoy this audio version of the author's note and introduction, and it encourages you in some kind of way. God bless. Arch Consulting presents Deemed Essential, Finding Greatness Through the Business of Serving Others by Dr. Claude B. Kershner IV, narrated by the author.
Author's Note.
This book is dedicated to my father. Your family's legacy continues. You are a fantastic father, and your children's children are blessed. Have you ever gone through something so crazy or confusing that you knew you would have to write about it someday, but it was so intense that you had to wait for things to calm down before you could begin? That is precisely what my mission as a business leader has been like. It was undoubtedly wild, but no longer confusing. I initially resisted writing because I assumed most professionals my age faced the same difficulties. However, as I progressed in my career, I realized that my experiences were far from typical, and it was time to start to explore these problems in reflection. I am still navigating this turbulent path, but I have realized the importance of documenting it. This realization struck me particularly when I visited a traditional bookstore and browsed the business section, which was filled with works on management and leadership by experienced leaders. However, I noticed a glaring absence of books dedicated to the unsung heroes, frontline service workers. This book seeks to fill that gap, focusing on their stories and the development of leadership that often follows. I started hands-on in the family business with labor-intensive work in construction, landscaping, and pool services when I was just 15. Over time, as I transitioned into managerial roles, I effectively combined on-the-job experience with academic pursuits, maintaining a balance between institutional education and practical application. This blend of theoretical knowledge and applied expertise was crucial for my father and me as we directed business operations and facilitated growth over 23 years. The refinement process gave us the depth of understanding and the practical skills essential for leading and innovating in the trade service industry. Throughout this time, I was committed to understanding the world around me, constantly drawn to the vast unknown and the intricate nuances of human behavior. Being part of 4 family-owned trade service businesses provided the perfect setting for this exploration. The environment encompassed the challenges of working closely with family, managing financial stresses, and addressing personal relationship struggles, all while balancing professional and familial roles. Traversing these opportunities proved to be a transformative experience, influenced by my performance-driven mindset and dedication to fostering growth in others. A spectrum of highs and lows marked these characteristics I embodied. My attitudes, values, and beliefs brought about moments of great reward, yet at times, they also led to confronting and traumatic experiences. A substantial part of our family business's success can be attributed to our faithful frontline and administrative teams. These incredible people have been a constant presence in my thoughts during every writing session of this book, aiding in my reflection and processing of these experiences with smiles and tears. Their support, forgiveness, and genuine care for me were invaluable beyond just my role in the business. As I matured, my leadership approach underwent considerable change, significantly shaped by our team's belief in the commitment of both my father and me. My father played a central and pivotal role in this evolution, leaving a legacy. We wholeheartedly devoted ourselves to our team, a faithfulness that endures in various forms today. Our strategies, refined through confronting generational challenges, played a role in this development and impact on the trade service industry. Managing a business together, my father and I found a unique synergy as a father son team despite our fierce disagreements and head butting moments. We recognized that long term sustainability in business transcends the pursuit of short term profits. While my father brought the wisdom of salesmanship from the school of hard knocks and a gritty approach, I contributed insights into intelligently managing our internal environment, shaping our organization to be adaptable to change, and proactively preparing for potential disruptions. Together, we learned that these strategies are critical for building and maintaining value for the future, blending his experience with my approach in a way that complemented and enriched our business practices. Throughout the years, confronting these challenging situations has been a source of invaluable lessons in entrepreneurial growth. There were times when these challenges led me to a state of overwhelming isolation and despair. During this period, I engaged in psychotherapy training and leadership coaching, seeking to understand better and address the complexities rooted in performance and relationships. Traversing personal and professional adversity equipped me to help other leaders overcome challenges and unlock their potential. Investing in our team members' growth benefited the individuals and significantly contributed to the organization's overall success. Reflecting on our approach, we actively provided ample opportunities for our workforce. Their success was intricately linked to ours. When we succeeded, they succeeded. Their hard work was duly rewarded when we successfully sold and delivered products or services, resulting in timely payments. In addition to bonuses and raises, these opportunities ranged from learning and development programs to clear pathways for career progression. This strategy fostered a cycle of accomplishment, which, in turn, continuously created further opportunities for the team. During the COVID-19 pandemic and other unpredictable events such as hurricanes, cancer diagnoses, and betrayals, we realized the vital need for human-centered and purpose-driven strategic planning in our small businesses. This realization leads to an important question: are we adequately prepared for such inevitable future crises? In this book, I narrate these experiences within the context and the wisdom they imparted, integrating aspects of family dynamics, trade service business challenges, and social science insights. Each story is carefully crafted to offer main points, showcasing the unique blend of these diverse yet interconnected realms. However, this book does not simply walk through our business story or discuss a personal leadership resurgence. To me, maturation, while fundamental, is not the most captivating aspect. It can seem ordinary, almost trite to delve into. Instead, I examine the authentic reasons behind our collective perseverance. What or who continually motivated us to learn and rise again? Why did we endure these complexities? And what insights can we share from these experiences? How can you learn from my managerial mistakes and prepare for a less traumatic future? I had options to choose an easier path, a different career, or a new location where people shared more of my values. Yet, during the most formidable years of my life, defined by commitment and sacrifice, I dedicated myself to the mission of serving customers in the trade service industry. This commitment to my father and customer service steered me away from my extended family and personal network, underscoring my desire to impact the people we served. As I gave my time and resources to frontline workers and those with much more to offer me than I could have imagined, I discovered that true greatness lies in serving others. Thus, in this book, I aim to dissect and offer constructive insights into this approach with a blend of curiosity and critical analysis. It is an endeavor to build upon and enhance the generational wisdom that has been my guide. I also explore my choices and why I made them, reflecting on their outcomes. The lessons I have learned in handling various situations, including my relationship with my father in the business world, are contingent on circumstances and ripe with foolish mistakes. I hope to provide vulnerable insights into how these experiences transform the fool in me into a leader through the knowledge and understanding I gained from overcoming these challenges. Another motivation behind writing this book is to empower trade service workers. After many years working in the field and doing administrative tasks in the business, I have seen a lot. My struggle from a positional leader to embracing the generalist role, as every effective manager should, was filled with learning opportunities. Due to my experiences in the field and the many failures as a manager of people, I recognize the importance of staff members feeling understood and valued by their leaders, not just from an outcome perspective, but from a humanistic perspective, particularly those working out of sheer necessity for provision and basic needs. Therefore, I aim to dispel misconceptions about the trade service industry and highlight its remarkable worth on individual and collective levels. Recognizing the gravity of this subject, we must strive to get it right, or at least make fewer mistakes. This quest is particularly significant given the service industry's challenges with inadequate leadership and often hidden toxic cultures. I do not present my findings as definitive answers, but as questions, critiques, and assertions for readers to ponder and expand upon. Through evidence and thorough reasoning, I aim to enhance the current understanding, particularly in the wake of rising investments in trade businesses and the importance of specialized schools for trade workers. Emerging private equity and venture capital professionals, especially those creating search funds or consolidating fragmented trade businesses, are adept at pinpointing value and crafting deals. However, they often rely on the seasoned management teams of their acquired companies to provide operational expertise and service sector knowledge, some of whom are apathetic to the bounded rationality of trade work. Thankfully, these supervisors, middle managers, and executive leaders can benefit significantly from this book as it provides a fresh perspective for a renewed commitment to planning, organizing, leading, and controlling within trade service businesses. It can be an invaluable guide to decision makers, providing wisdom through stories of operational realities and employee empowerment strategies on the front line. It goes beyond conventional markers like EBITDA multiples, exploring the human elements like leadership, trade-specific culture, and potential that underpin value for sustainable cash flow. Thus, it empowers these professionals to make well-rounded acquisition and executive hiring decisions and forge authentic relationships within their operating teams. Can we take a robust and proactive approach to identifying, addressing, and preventing counterproductive behavior in the blue-collar workforce? If so, then it starts now. These issues, when left unaddressed, can hamper both individual and organizational growth and productivity. Personal accountability, transparency, open communication, and a commitment to maintaining a healthy work environment are vital to tackling these issues. I assert that the challenge is not in the technical fieldwork itself, but in our managerial skills of promoting effective leadership that increases job satisfaction in the blue-collar service sector. I accept this challenge and aim to help leaders and their teams see the correlation between frontline sacrificial work in achieving organizational objectives and prioritizing staff members' well-being and career development. From this vantage point, leaders, managers, and business owners will develop the necessary skills and mindsets to foster supportive and participative organizations, allowing each team member to thrive and contribute optimally. Here we are, my first formal book publication on the after effects of leadership and familial challenges. In the following pages, I share treasured insights passed down through generations in my family, from my grandfather to my father, and from my father to me. You will find authentic and heartfelt narratives meant for dissection and analysis, reflecting the countless lessons learned over the years and framed for business leadership. So, are you ready to take an honest assessment of your responsibilities and break free from any misconceptions hindering your growth? If nothing else, take away this. Analyze what scares you to face it effectively. Cherish the nuances of where you are now. Aim for a meaningful future. Release any resentment. Outline your ambitions. Commit them to a concrete plan. And then take bold steps forward. Remember, inaction is the only regret you will encounter. Moving toward a moral goal, however small, is always worth it.
Introduction.
Today, or maybe yesterday, a customer fired me. This perplexing and confusing thought is a harsh reality check from the unpredictable world of the trade service industry. Beyond the surface issue of losing customers, the more profound struggles performing amidst personal and team dynamics genuinely test one's capacity for patience. Was the quality of our service not up to the customer's expectations? Could a misunderstanding with a service provider have led to this outcome? Perhaps our pricing influenced their decision, or an overlooked email played a role. Maybe a delay in responding to their needs or requests was the final straw. And who is to blame? These factors, or a combination thereof, could be the root cause. Like a mechanical device needing diagnosis and repair, surface appearances often don't tell the whole story when running into issues in trade work. Since diagnosing problems and making the right decisions under time constraints is anything but straightforward, I take the time necessary to grapple with trade service managerial concepts across various layers in this book. While they may seem mundane and repetitive, the tasks required to manage the daily operations of a trade service business require intelligence and the ability to make sense of complex situations. Excelling as a skilled trade worker, supervisor, or manager involves perseverance, critical thinking, and resourcefulness to navigate unpredictable service calls. Accordingly, I want to start by expressing my gratitude to essential trade workers and service minded leaders and highlighting their invaluable contributions. You adeptly solve complex challenges with remarkable grace under pressure, assessing chaotic situations and responding with creative mastery. Your excellence stems not from hasty volume, but the meticulous discernment of each task. I hope this book spotlights your invaluable impact, bolstering infrastructure and enabling economic prosperity. You are pillars of knowledge, persevering through adversity to build cohesive teams and forge enduring relationships. Your reputation is built upon far more than a technical facility. You lead by compassionate example and serve with selfless care. You transform buildings and lives by tirelessly strengthening the foundations of shared spaces. Your passion and expertise fuel the essential machinery behind modern comforts and conveniences. With courage, skill, and dignity, you construct a proud legacy of reliability. So take pride in using your unique gifts to solve pressing problems and uplift society. Although undervalued by some, your noble work is appreciated by many. Your vision, skill, and sacrificial efforts shape a brighter future. Again, we thank you for this and ask you to carry on, because if you can stick around long enough with a good reputation, even the customer who fired you will ask you to please come back. Looking towards the future, I assert that these abilities, honed through hands-on work, translate seamlessly into entrepreneurial pursuits. Those accustomed to variable conditions, rapid decision-making, and calculated troubleshooting have an edge when launching or managing ventures. Skilled workers can become influential industry pioneers by applying field-tested abilities to build companies, train employees, and pace progress. And I want to show you how this works. I have transformed personally and professionally through a deep engagement with trade service work, its people, networks, culture, and business operations. Our family stories are embedded with the sacrifices of trade service professionals who dedicated themselves to leaders and missions of significance. This legacy is part of our multi-generational entrepreneurial history, chronicling victories and struggles, and enduring strength from a love for people and community. Guided by the heartbeat of trade service workers, my grandfather, father, and my father's siblings successfully established Philadelphia's most prominent office supply and furniture company. Founded in 1960, they eventually hit $35 million in annual revenue, developed a team of over 170 members, and owned multiple commercial real estate properties. Today, drawing from our family's entrepreneurial mindset, my two uncles have successfully established distinct furniture businesses in the Northeast, now expanding nationwide. Their companies demonstrate their experiential trade knowledge and business acumen, powered by distribution managers, warehousing professionals, reliable movers, and expert truck drivers. Their commitment to their team members fosters career growth and makes a significant impact on the industry by continually improving customer experiences. This type of venture building confidence gained through experience also led my father and me to South Florida into the pool, landscape, and construction industries in 1998, where we expanded to three firms operating as a family group. These companies flourished into substantial teams committed to each other and our customers. We painstakingly found a way towards effective leadership that fostered team development, trusting relationships, and open communication. At the height of our growth, we employed over 100 people and generated annual revenues of $12 million. Combined with two commercial real estate properties owned, our accomplishments might easily be attributed to the persistent entrepreneurial spirit of our family or the resources we've accumulated, yet I see it as much more layered and different. Thus, this story transcends individual or familial achievements and is not a guide to finding superficial happiness through business. Instead, it is a chronicle of facing organizational turmoil, navigating challenges as a united front, and overcoming obstacles while maintaining steadfast adherence to sound business principles. I argue that our venture's sustainable success can be credited to the collective efforts of our dedicated trade workers, their families, and leadership that cultivated a culture of support and collaboration. This approach competitively set our family apart from the norm in the trade service industry, often characterized by authoritative and autocratic leadership styles. In the early stages, when our business was a smaller entrepreneurial endeavor, I explored the merits of top down leadership, acknowledging its effectiveness in certain situations. Yet, as the business expanded, I realized this approach clashed with my fundamental values and did not align with the well being of our team members, whom I deeply respected. This awareness prompted a reassessment of my leadership style to suit better the evolving needs of the business and its people. As a result, we embarked on a comprehensive organizational change initiative to move from a lifestyle business to a managed growth organization. This planned change involved adopting strategies tailored to align with my personality and skill set, emphasizing mutual respect and collaboration. Furthermore, we undertook a significant organizational redesign. This process entailed merging the resources of three distinct yet complementary organizations into a functional structure strategically aligned to deliver hospitality-like customer service. Internally, we focused on leveraging our team's unique skills to foster a more supportive and cohesive work environment. This approach did not always yield success and gave rise to numerous stories I will share in the subsequent chapters, including inexperienced management, financial challenges, and employee betrayal. Nevertheless, the journey was unquestionably worthwhile, and this shift toward humanistic management compelled me to view our work from a more contemplative and scholarly perspective. With some of the more incremental changes, I noticed that we frequently use the terms trade and service interchangeably, leaning much more toward the service side. This continuous terminology usage piqued my interest in the evolving nature of our trade roles and customer expectations, particularly with technology integration. I observed our frontline mechanics providing physical products alongside professional, meticulously composed written consultations. I also witnessed technicians who nurtured customer relationships to the extent of becoming their property managers year-round. Also, I had the privilege of seeing individuals initially starting as laborers transition gracefully and diligently into administrative roles, ultimately becoming some of our best. Moreover, I've had the privilege of witnessing competent and ambitious middle managers approach me with the aspiration of opening their businesses and seeking my support. These individuals embarked on entrepreneurial endeavors, evolving from employees to business owners and eventually becoming some of our most trusted subcontractors. It has been truly remarkable. In aggregate, I have observed a phenomenon of structured learning as ambitious professionals recognize how this multifunctional approach enhances the reputation of trades and underscores their comprehensive contributions to today's economy. Traditionally, the trade industry has been perceived as focusing on the craftsmanship and exchange of tangible goods, such as carpentry and plumbing, whereas the service industry is centered on delivering intangible experiences like consulting or financial advising. However, as previously mentioned, there is a notable overlap in their functionalities today, influenced by competition, evolving customer expectations, and technological advancements, especially in providing trade services. This blending is evident in the intangible facets like knowledge dissemination, customer interaction, and administrative duties in contemporary trade tasks. For instance, a skilled tradesperson or entrepreneur in the home renovation trade could leverage their face to face customer interactions and access to homes to offer bundled services. This add on might include combining traditional trade work like electrical repairs with personalized home efficiency consultations. By offering a package of services tailored to each homeowner's needs, they provide added value and deepen customer relationships in a way that purely digital services cannot. Perhaps this shift is why trade schools are increasingly termed technical schools. Recognizing the innovative potential of combining trade with services brings to mind a client who owns a trade business. My client shared his early passion for hands on work with me, which led him to persuade his parents to enroll him in a trade school. His rigorous training in trade school instilled practical skills and values. However, upon graduation, despite completing his trade education, societal expectations and family pressures steered him towards a sales role in an office setting. This diversion from his true calling was a conscious choice, albeit one that left him feeling misaligned, yet not without hope. Rather than succumbing to bitterness about his work situation, he remained steadfast in his determination to impact his environment, keeping an open mind. Working under Machiavellian managers, characterized by their sly, cunning tactics and lack of moral principles, he learned how not to treat people. Furthermore, by approaching irate customers and prospects with diligence and respect, he transformed routine tasks into valuable opportunities for personal and professional growth. He set clear goals, viewing each position and job related responsibility not as an obligation or destination, but as a helpful step toward achieving his desired place in the world. After years of introspection, saving money by living below his means, and unearthing his mother's artistic roots, he finally embraced his true passion, commercial painting. He founded his company after combining his business acumen and salesmanship with a genuine desire to serve through hands on tasks. Today, he is an economic success story and he takes pride in driving his company truck, which bears his logo and phone number, in a neighborhood of luxury vehicles. This opening story is shared not to spotlight his business achievements, but to explore the impact of his delayed gratification. His sales and customer service tenure notably sharpened his ability to meet various customer needs. Additionally, his experiences under difficult managers inspired him to dedicate time to truly understanding his frontline team members. His self-driven learning in his free time led him to embrace expectancy theory and incorporate the concept of valence in his leadership, skillfully addressing his team members' diverse motivations and aspirations. Amid significant family and societal pressures, he crafted his approach around comprehending his team's unique skills, values, and goals, creating an environment conducive to individual fulfillment and collective success within the company. His leadership philosophy extends beyond wanting his team to contribute productively to the company's mission. He earnestly hopes they find their place in the world, even outside his company, and envisions his establishment as a launch pad for his team members, where they can grow, learn, develop, and prepare for the next phase of their lives. My continual conversation with him, amongst many similar business cases, encapsulated my thoughts while reflecting on our family leadership style and preparing to write this book. His story echoed principles we adopted, such as genuine self-expression, relationship building, opportunity recognition, and the importance of heeding one's inner calling amid societal pressures. These personal choices can be channeled into a significant influence in the business world, especially for trade workers. Observing how these parallel ideas similarly guided my client's mission to facilitate the growth and development of every team member, I emphasize the significance of addressing challenges constructively, intending to foster participative and servant leadership within the trade industry. This approach holds the potential to yield positive effects, including the empowerment of individuals and the fostering of socioeconomic prosperity. What can we learn from the personal contributions of trade specialists that help a collective societal cause? How can we encourage them to move through their careers, start businesses, buy businesses, or bloom where they are planted and serve with all their heart and minds? These questions provide a gateway to understanding trade work and service, revealing its extensive opportunities for those who embrace it as a profession. In the chapters ahead, I share focused and actionable insights tailored for those in the service sector, especially managers of technically skilled workers. I wrestle through problems from my executive management experience related to individual and group motivation, role development, customer service, and leadership. Suppose you are aspiring to be a business owner. In that case, this book will show you how trades provide substantial potential for small business entrepreneurship, bolstered by the ongoing demand for skilled and dedicated workers. Or, if you are currently working in a trade and feeling stagnant, I will share numerous stories demonstrating how individuals in this industry can attain significant earnings by following a structured and effective process. The dialogue ahead is not a collection of ideas, but a compilation of hands-on experiences reinforced by evidence-based research that I've tested in the thick of the action. From fostering the growth of your business through your personal, conceptual, and human skills to grasping opportunities like property ownership, I have walked this path and I want to guide you. To add a spark of excitement, I have sprinkled in wisdom from scholars in humanities and theology. It is a practical yet divine dive into the power of business for individuals and their communities. From a peace of mind perspective, I hope you notice the resonant parallels across service sectors. These similarities between you and many others will bring a knowing smile, assuring you that your industry's challenges are shared. The aim is to propel you toward exceptional success and true satisfaction by confidently addressing the industry's daily difficulties and ensuring professional sustainability, all while effectively managing stress to prevent burnout. Suppose you embrace trade work, which has the potential to elevate your professional life. In that case, you can also positively impact your team and family and enlighten and inspire future generations, leaving a legacy of resilience and perseverance in pursuing meaningful work. Through progressive or immediate transformation, I will attempt to assist you in courageously bringing order to a chaotic, service-oriented environment. And who knows, this could provide a conditional roadmap for launching your impactful and meaningful venture. How to approach reading this book is a matter of personal preference and need. The book is structured to offer both depth and flexibility, accommodating various interests and requirements. For those seeking a comprehensive understanding of service-based business, leadership, management, and career development, I recommend reading the book sequentially from start to finish. This approach allows for a holistic grasp of the subject matter as the chapters progressively build upon foundational principles and intertwine interconnected narratives. The book is divided into two main parts. Part 1, comprising chapters 1 through 5, focuses on the centrality of people in trade service companies, the significance of service in the American economy, and in-depth discussions on leadership and internal organizational cultures. This section lays a strong foundation for understanding the human elements crucial to business success. Part 2, chapters 6 through 12, while closely related, shifts the focus toward the practical aspects of business creation, management, and scaling strategies that I have found beneficial over the years. This section is particularly relevant for readers interested in starting, buying, or scaling a trade service business. However, the book also caters to readers who prefer a more targeted approach. Feel free to jump directly to those chapters if you're drawn to specific topics like preparing to sell your business or exploring leadership styles that match your personal attributes and circumstances. This a la carte approach allows the book to function as a comprehensive guide and a resource for specific needs. Now, it is your turn to join this quest for discovery. I encourage you to set audacious goals and work hard to attain them because it is worth it. I hope the lessons in these pages help shape your path much like mine. Whether you are an independent service worker, part of a service-focused team, or an investor looking for long-term growth, it is time to realize your immense potential within the trade service industry. Since we stand at a pivotal moment where skilled service workers have the power to affect significant change, your unwavering dedication and entrepreneurial mindset have the potential to make a real difference. Together, we can step forward confidently toward greatness. Remember that you are essential as we make our mark on our path. Now is your time because the best is yet to come.
You have been listening to a sample audio clip of Deemed Essential: Finding Greatness Through the Business of Serving Others by Claude Kershner IV.
To order this book, visit deemedessential.org or amazon.com and search for the title. It is currently available in paperback, hardcover, and Kindle versions. May God continue to bless you and keep you. From your service-minded team at Arch Consulting and Led to Lead Publishing.